me tell you good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming.
Good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming.
Good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming, and I don't want him to leave me behind.
So let me tell you good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming.
Good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming.
Good news.
Good news, the chariot's coming, and I don't want him to leave me behind.
The Welbourne Centre. It is a hub for the community. We facilitate diverse groups ranging from senior citizens doing their Keep Fit and their health and support group to our Domino members. We have children come in doing their homework club. During the day we have a fantastic luncheon club. There's so many activities going on, but we are currently under threat of closure. So we have been campaigning, we have petitions to sign, and but we're not gone yet.
My name is Paul Leslie. I'm the new chair of the Caribbean Senior Citizens Association. The CSCA has worked from the Welbourne Centre for over 20 years. I'm its new chair, elected since August 2011, but have been involved in the CSCA since about June, when I became aware of a major problem with the centre, which was that the council had decided that it was time for the centre to close in response to an unfortunate period in its history where the rent wasn't paid, which was primarily due to one of its members actually dying and being unable to continue paying the rent. Since that time, I've pulled together a team of really committed individuals who, as I am, are all volunteering our time to try and save the centre, to ensure that the services that the centre offers the local community continues, and to ensure that the service that the elderly Caribbean senior citizens enjoy from this space is something that they can continue to enjoy for the foreseeable future. We are struggling to ensure that the message of our service gets across, not just to the council but to the wider community, in that this is not just a space for Caribbean senior citizens, it's a space for a whole range of different community groups.
Here at the Welbourne Centre, it's been here for about 20 years, as far as I'm aware, and it plays a major part to the community. They have weddings, receptions, funeral receptions, christenings, everything. And now that the new management committee has taken over, even more classes have been taken on board, hence our baking class that we have. They have fun days, barbecues, all nationalities use it. It's not just for the Caribbean, it's for the community basically. But always, before we start our session, we always sing our responsibility song, don't we? Yeah? All right then. What must you do when you work in the kitchen?
Sing!
What must you do when you work in the kitchen?
Sing!
We mustn't touch
The oven.
We mustn't touch
The sharp knife.
We mustn't run
Around
in the kitchen. We mustn't touch
The oven.
We mustn't touch
The sharp knife.
We mustn't run
Around in the kitchen.
The challenges have been, unfortunately, that we haven't been listened to effectively. So we are still battling on to try and mitigate the current situation, which has resulted in court action, but also to ensure that our communities have a viable service to utilise.
And you can decorate it anyhow you like. Anything goes. You've got some coconuts, you've got the jam that you can smooth on the top, but I'll show you as well.
We are still volunteering many hours a day because we understand the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is that without spaces like this, we feel that there won't be places for elderly senior citizens to go. We also recognise that because we offer a broader service to the wider community, that the impacts for the community will be that they won't also have a place in which to go, and that includes children, young people and adults. So we work very hard to ensure that, at least whilst we're here and for the foreseeable future, that the Welbourne Centre is a welcoming space for the local community. A big part of our offer is the kitchen, and the kitchen is used by groups who come and hold events here. It's also used by our own lunch club. Individuals, all volunteers, came in and scrubbed the place from top to bottom, so it's gleaming now, which is fantastic.
What's on the menu today?
We have rice and peas, stewed chicken, ackee and saltfish and chicken soup with salad.
Finger licking.
The CSCA is committed to working in Haringey and committed to working in Tottenham and committed to the people of Tottenham. We are fully signed up to the big society and the ethos behind the big society. It is about the community doing things for itself and doing it in an accessible and affordable way. And we are really clear that our service offer and the communities that we work with benefit from the Welbourne Centre and benefit from the programmes that the CSCA put on at the Welbourne Centre.
It's beautiful and I enjoy it.
How often do you come here?
Like 3 times a week.
The chef is very good. He cooks really well.
We meet for fast and pray every Wednesday. We pray for the community because prayer changes things. You know, when we pray with the community, it brings the community together. It will bring the youths together. So it's important that we pray. So we fast and pray every Wednesday.
We know that there is a reduction in statutory sector youth workspace, and we know that the Welbourne Centre is a community hub. There are young people that are just on the cusp really of coming to the Welbourne Centre on a regular basis and basically structuring a youth club on site. And it's something that we've wanted to do for some time, and we think that we'll be able to deliver that in early 2012. This is on the back of some of the work that we've been doing with young people who have been meeting on site. So it's a progression of that, from the meeting to actually service delivery, and therefore more ownership of the work that happens here in the building. And it also gives us an opportunity to develop more intergenerational work because we've got children, young people and elders in the same space.
Okay, breathe into your nose, reach up to the ceiling, breathe out.
We know that without the services that we provide, quite a lot more community disquiet would happen. We may potentially be sowing the seeds for further civil unrest. We may certainly be alienating our youth more. We may be isolating our elders more so that they're not actually coming out of their houses. And without spaces like the Welbourne Centre and without organisations like the CSCA fighting, if you will, for the retention of these services, and also working very hard to fundraise to bring money into local communities, we feel that actually we're creating a problem that we haven't identified effectively, we haven't addressed effectively, and it's a bit more sort of short-termism, we feel, not only on the part of central government, but potentially on the part of local government.
I cannot do without these classes. We would like to keep it open so that we continue to have keep fit exercises,
And it
which
means
makes us young and strong.
Not only to us, but it means so much to the other people as well.
Because
Not
we
only
hear from all the others how they benefit from coming here every Monday.
I'm coming here from 1989. It's a wonderful place because we, as black people, we meet one another. We have a laugh, as you see, and we're happy. There are other centres near to us that we to come, but this is ours. Long years ago, Haringey gave us said that this belonging to us. So I'm coming here for a very long time. I meet my sisters then, and we have a laugh and a chat and a whining. That's it, they like the whining. Yeah.
They've been here for about 20 years or over 20 years, some of these ladies have been coming. And I think it'll be very sad for it to close down. Some of them have improved so much medically, like with all their problems, that I just can't. It's like they're my family now, and I just enjoy doing work with them.
And the most important thing is to get the exercise and keep our heart rate going.
Yes, keep us fit.
Yes, very good.
Because, you know, something, I took sick with my heart, and when I go to the hospital, the doctor said, oh, Mrs. Weeks, whatever you're doing, continue doing. So what you doing, by the way? I said, I go to church and I go to exercise. And I said, continue to exercise. And from that, I'm all right. Doing exercise, coming here on a Monday.
We noticed that these tiles were actually lying around in that room, and I came up with a suggestion that we should tile that small room that we planned on being a massage room for the elderly. This massage room will be used after their exercise on a Monday.
The message to beat out on the tumba you're hearing calypso. In spite of all the colonial trickery to divide and rule, Africa is now coming together, proud, black and beautiful.
Beat on the drum slowly, help me to remember that land I love so dearly, my mother Africa. But for the long journey, I would have gone already, back to where land is power, in the home of my forefather. Back to where land is power, in the home of my forefather.
Paying our way is really important, not only for this organisation, but organisations like ours, because we survive primarily from the hire of space.
The purple is the theme colour for the graduation girl, and the pink is the theme colour for myself, which is my 30th birthday.
Tonight is my graduation party because I graduated last month from criminology and psychology. Hey, fella! And yeah, we're just setting up and hopefully we're going to have fun.
We receive no core funding from the local authority and have not received core funding from the local authority. We've seen an increase in our rent, and therefore we have to be really clear about our business model and income generation model to enable us to survive. We will continually face these funding challenges going forward. We don't think that they'll be addressed overnight, so we need to make sure that we have our own house in order, both financially and operationally and strategically, and we think that we're on the road to doing that.
I can't guarantee, but I'm going to do everything I can. 9 o'clock till 10.
All right. We have a wedding on the Friday this week. My son, you know, we have maybe under 200 people.
10:30, the latest. You happy? All right, I'll speak to you a bit later on today, yeah? Okay. All the best with your wedding Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye, Adam.
We've already identified to some extent that we do provide a community need, and we have met that need. We continue to meet that need. The income that comes from that is sufficient to cover the cost of the rent and to pay our bills going forward. And we think that looking at the revised business plan and the detailed financial plan, that anyone who looks at that will recognise that the management committee and the strategy that we've put in place are sustainable, are fit for purpose, and actually put us in a very strong position, possibly the strongest position this organisation has been in for quite some time. What we feel is that by working with our partners and working with the local authority, we can indeed plant the seeds from which we can grow sustainable community spaces which are cost effective, which don't require huge amounts of capital or revenue investment from central or local government, but which are owned by the communities who use them and which are valued, provide the services that the local authorities can't or won't provide, but are, to all intents and purposes, a fundamental and key part of each local space in Haringey. The Welbourne Centre exemplifies that. We are an exemplar of best practice. We are a model and will be a model going forward on which other community spaces can build their strategies.
So let me tell you good news. Good news, the chariot's coming. Good news. Good news, the chariot's coming. Good news. Good news, the chariot's coming, and I don't want to leave my baby behind. So let me tell you good news. Good news, the chariot's coming. Good news. Good news, the chariot's coming. Good news. Good news, the chariot's coming, and I don't want you to leave my baby behind. And I don't want you to leave my baby behind. And I don't want you to leave my baby Good news, the chariot's coming, and I know when you deliver me behind.
You left all the bus?
Yes. Thank God, we did.